EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action, it's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On the Seahawks 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State goes folded like a lawn chair.
You get
yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the gun, Murray gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
He steps out of bounds behind the line.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. A very good return that time. Yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Rolling to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, it's Carson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Taken down.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Here's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella taking it in. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere. You know, as they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
58. There we go. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right there. Good try. One time. 58.
On second and 9, Wilson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Now Murray. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give him a fresh.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Shotgun now from Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Murray off play action. That ball complete to Isabella. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. A quick toss outright. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try.
A 30-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Sometimes I
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taken about 7 yards deep. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 27, Murray. And this one complete to Gafford. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll run on first down. Carson, they'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Hassan Reddick. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And this will leave them a yard short.
This size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run again with Carson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Touchdown. Chris Carson, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. First down, Murray. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Murray to air it out again. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. And his throw.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Murray again. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. But look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Cardinals 27, Seahawks 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Carson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 11.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson will throw again. He's got Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 41 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Alton Robinson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
I did Prevail nonetheless. My percentage should have been way higher. I'm not gonna lie. I missed 5 passes. Come on, I could have done way better than that. No turnovers from Kyler though. That's big right there, man. 3 TDs, no picks, 339 yards, 83 completion percentage. There was a time he missed like 2 passes. Like that's how it should be right here. This how I'm expecting this nigga every game, bro. Not gonna cap. It's alright, Aaron. You ain't get what you want this game, but Jay, you got that shit in the receiving game. Shit in blood, niggas. Okay, I'm talking about. We spread it around. We be spreading it around. Like, come on, everybody's touching this rock, bro. Everybody touching this rock. Nah, from my running back, 5 from my second, 5 from my starter, 5 from my third string, 4 from my third string. My tight end getting 1, my backup getting 1. Come on, man. Everybody's touching this rock. Everybody touching this rock. Defensively, we did what we had to do. Ryan Murphy, now he's a superstar. He balling, son. That nigga, that was fucking Jamal. Man, I want to see that nigga soon. That's tough, though. That's tough, G.